So what are the typical terms of a convertible debenture? Well, the first thing is, will it be secured or unsecured? Just as you have creditors who some have secured, some are unsecured. For example, your Visa card in your company is unsecured, but you may have a bank loan that is secured. The courier is an unsecured creditor. Bell Canada is an unsecured creditor if you use Bell, and so is your law firm. We're all unsecured creditors. Secured creditors are one who actually take what's called a personal property security interest in your company. Banks are the typical ones. So a debenture or a convertible note can either be secured or unsecured. Obviously, you'd like the flexibility to have it unsecured if you're a company. If you're the company, if you're an investor, you'll want to have it secured. Typically with startup companies, the interest rates can be anywhere from 0 to quite high. Some institutional debt, convertible debt, can go as high as 9 to 12%, and they get some other sweeteners. That's very taxing for a startup company, especially if you don't have any revenue. So be very, very careful on the interest rate. The other component is, when does it convert, how does it convert, and what does it convert into? So typically we'll negotiate that it will convert in when you go out and raise a significant amount of money. If you do a $500,000 or $1 million debenture, but you know you're going to have to raise $1 million to $5 million from venture capital or strategic investors, we'll typically say that that first money will convert into the same form of shares as the next round, provided you raise a minimum of $2 million or a minimum of $1 million. You can set the threshold wherever you think that next raise is going to be. Another typical feature is these people are coming in when there's a lot more risk in the business than when you go to your next round. So typically there's a discount rate. And what that means is, if someone's put in $1 million of money in a convertible debenture, when they go to convert that into the next round, they get to convert it in at a discount to the valuation of that next round. So let's assume that next round is $5 million and they received a $1 million debenture at a 20% discount. What you'll do, and the way it works, is that $1 million will convert into $1 million of equity, but not at a $5 million valuation, at 20% off that, so at a $4 million. So right away in your head you can say, okay, I'm raising $1 million on a convertible debenture. What could this turn into? In the scenario I've given you, that would turn into 25% dilution in the next round. So you've got to think about that, and you've got to try to be realistic about how big the next round is going to be and how much that $1 million is going to get you to really significantly increase that valuation. Some debenture holders also want what's called sweeteners or warrants. So in addition to the conversion of their money into the next round, whether at par or at a discount, they also want warrants, which are sort of like options, which is a lingering right to buy even more securities at that next round. And that's really a freebie that I try to resist with clients, because what that investor is really asking for is, give me a bunch of options that I can exercise over the next 3 to 5 years after that next round, or even after now, that I can just have more upside. And again, you really start to hit a lot of dilution in the business, and I would try to avoid warrants or sweeteners of any kind. Typical debenture would be as low interest as you can handle, converting into a significant financing at maybe 15 to 20, maximum 25% discount rate. Plus maturity, I always say, remember, you might have to pay it back. Often founders say to me, look, if I can't raise money 2 years from now, there's going to be nothing to pay back. So we typically look at a 3 to 5 year payback period, but an automatic conversion upon that next round of equity.